Hi. When you're working with large-scale mobile applications, managing route is always a headache. So, in this video, I'm going to teach you how can you efficiently manage routes when you're building a large-scale applications. Okay, we are going to take a small example, and I'm going to explain you how can you create a route class and how can you manage route efficiently. Okay, so welcome to the video. Okay, I just created a project called onGenerateRoute. Then, as always, we always have that boilerplate code here. I don't want this. I am going to remove all this code. Okay, then, okay. You already know how to manage route using navigator class, navigator.push and navigator.push named version of that routes. Okay, and in this video, uh, I'm going to write some route classes. Then I'm going to utilize that class to manage the route. Okay, for that I'm going to have a folder inside my directory that is called routes. Okay, then I'm going to create a new dot file here that is called my routes. Okay, in this class I'm going to define my route class, and inside this lib, let me create a new directory called screens. Okay, we are working with 3 screens right now, and this is applicable to how many screens, and this is scalable to large scale projects. Okay, so for the demonstration purpose I'm just creating few screens, and let me have a home page here. Okay, and I'm going to build any UIs here, just demonstrating the routes only. Okay, so and the first page is I can have a login page here. Then let me have a page called register underscore page, and these are the pages I have. And inside the login page, and let me create a stateless widget. Okay, and this is called login page. Okay, and this is going to return a scaffold here. Okay, then and the body should be a container. Then the color should be, and let me give a color of teal. Okay, and we are not going to build any UI here, we are just learn how to route. And inside this I just need a sender widget, or let me have a column widget, then the children, and inside this children I have elevated button on pressed. Then the child should be a text, and that is login. And let me replicate this elevated button one more time, and this is for register. Okay, I have 2 elevated buttons. Then let me call the login page inside my home page or home property. Okay, that's it, and let me run this project. Okay, our app is running, and I have 2 login buttons, as you can see here. Then when I click on the login button, and I want to navigate to the home page, and when I click on the register button, I need to show up the register page. That is what we are going to do. And normally we do this by calling the navigator.push or navigator dot let me write that. I'm going to call navigator.push, and we can define the route here, material page route, then context. Then where do you want to go? I want to go to home page, that we haven't created it. So let me create that page first. Okay, and obviously you have an error here because this class doesn't exist here. So I need to go to my home page, then write a stateless widget here. Okay, stateless widget that is called home page, and this is going to return a scaffold again, scaffold, and the background color is let me give a color of blue. Okay, and put a semicolon here. Okay, and inside my home login page I need to import that class here. Okay, that's it, and when I click here you will be redirected to your home page. Okay, and this is what we normally do in our project. But when your app is getting more and more pages, this managing the route like this is very hectic. So we have to create a route dedicated route class for managing the route. And let's check how can we write that dedicated class. Okay, and inside my routes page, I'm going to create a class, that class called my routes. Okay, and when you are naming the route class, and never give it is route or something like that, because route is already a built-in class here. So you have to define something like this, my route or app route, something like that. Okay, I'm going to create a class here, and inside this class I'm going to create a static method that is going to return a route. Okay, and the type is dynamic, return type is dynamic, and the name of the class you can define, name of the method you can define, give any name. I'm going to give generate route. Okay, and we are going to define the routes here, and this route is actually coming from your material package or Cupertino package, so you have to import that at the top. Okay, and you definitely you have an error here, because we already have a return type, and this method in this method we haven't returned any return statement. That's why this error exists here, and we'll get rid of that error soon. Okay, now I'm going to have a switch statement. Okay, then we need to verify or we need to evaluate an expression, especially the route names. And when you hit a route, if that route name is login, where do you want to go? When you hit another route register, where do you want to go? And that's what we are going to write here. So you have to pass a parameter here that is called route settings, and we call it as settings. Okay, then from that route setting you can access settings dot name. Okay, then we are going to have some cases. The initial case is this thing, that is the initial route. Then where do you want to go? I want to go to material page route, then context, okay, then I want to go to initial route is login page. Okay, then we can route more cases here. And what about the default or other, if there is no route here, and come outside of this switch statement, and I'm going to write a return that is called material page route context. Okay, context, then I'm going to return a scaffold, and that scaffold is going to have a body, a sender widget, a child widget, a text, and no route defined or something like that, and this is a return statement. Okay, and we just wrote a route class here. Okay, I just formatted this thing, and we have a route here that is called the route, that means the initial route. And now come to your main dot, and you already know there is a property called routes, and you can define the routes here. And this we already done in a previous video. You can define named routes here, and here we are going to call not the routes map. I am going to call onGenerateRoute, and I'm going to call my routes dot generate route. Okay, and this thing is going to handle our routes. Okay, then you can define the initial route, that is our this route name. Okay, here what is actually happening is when you hit a route, or when you hit a route, and this class will trigger, and this method will be invoked. Then we are going to pass that route name here, and we are going to evaluate these cases. And when you find a match with the name you pass to this generate route function, will be redirected to this page. Okay, then come to the login page, and you can modify this thing, and I'm going to have navigator dot push named. The route name is, I'm going to define this as home. Okay, I want to move into home page. Then come to your routes class, and you can define another case here, and come here, write another case, that is home. And when you hit home, I want to go to home page. Okay, then one more case that is register. I want to go to material page route context, then I want to go to register page. Okay, and this class we haven't defined, so go to your register page, define a class here, that is a stateless widget, register page. Then you can define a scaffold here. Okay, the body is actually, no, I don't want any body here. Let me give a background color, that should be an orange or red. Okay, I need a red color here, and inside the routes page I want to import that class here. Okay, and this should be, and I just forgot to add a colon here. Okay, let me format this thing, and we defined all the routes here. Then go to your login page. We have a route to navigate to home page, and when I click on this page, I want to go to register page, and that's what we defined here inside the my route. Okay, now let's reboot the app. Let me reboot the app. Okay, now you have the two buttons. Then I click here, I will be redirected to your home page. And this route is actually this is a simulation of your login page. I don't want to go back when you successfully logged in, so you can change that here. This should be return material page route. So go to login page, and this should be push. Let me rewrite this thing. I want to push named and remove until the route name is home. Okay, and if you want to pass a value to that page, I want to pass a value, you can pass inside the arguments. See, I want to pass a value as a map or string, whatever. I'm going to, if you want to pass a simple value, you can pass here. Let me pass a value like this, and I need to show that name inside this home page. How can you handle the pass? How can you handle this this value inside your my routes? So this is the route we are just moving to home page. So you can write something like this. I can define a variable here, var data equal to, and this should be settings dot arguments as string, because we passed a string from the string with the route, and here we just passed a simple string. That's why I write it like this, string. And if it is a map or something like that, you have to write accordingly. Okay, I'll show you. And if I just pass this as a map, see, I'm going to pass this as a map name, that is Jobin, and email, that is, and you can have an email ID. Okay, and if I come here and I need to take this as a map string dynamic. Okay, now you have that value, and inside the home page I'm going to have that map here, map string dynamic data, whatever name you want, and this should be a final, and you can pass that here, this dot data. Okay, and this should be nullable. Okay, now I can pass that data here, data, and that is data. Okay, now inside the home page I want to utilize that data, so let me define a body here. Body should be a container, child, a column, and children, and children is actually a text widget. I need to get that value and actually that data. This is a stateless widget, so that you can directly call that data, and you have to call like this, data of name, because that is a map. Okay, and this is nullable. Okay, then text, data email, and this is also nullable. Okay, and make everything inside double quotes or single quotes. Okay, and if you want something like this, name, and this is email. Okay, save this, and you'll get an error because this right now you have null values here, and you can tackle that here. Okay, how can you tackle this thing? And I have a data here, then you can have something like this, data, okay, I just have some mistake here, and this is the value you want, and we just close that value. Okay, after this, if there isn't any value, I think we don't need this thing. Okay, let me go back, log in here. Now you have the value here, and make this to center, main axis alignment center, and the cross axis alignment is also center. Now you have that value, and we haven't provided any width to this container, that's why it is here. Okay, now you have that value, you can see the value, and emails is actually null, and because inside the login page and the spelling of this email is wrong, that's why. So go back, you can go back, you can't go back because that is a replacement route. And let me take the app again. The app name is what? Okay, this is the app. Okay, let me reboot the app. Okay, and okay, let me stop that app and run it again. Okay, because I just accidentally closed that app. Okay, now this is how you pass data, And let's create the other routes also. And when you click on the register button, we'll be redirected to the register page, and inside the register page, obviously I can go back because that is a push route. So app bar, and you will get that back arrow, or you can use the default navigation, like you can press the back button of your phone to navigate to. And if I click here, you'll get an app bar. You can go back, and then if I click login, and from here you can't go back because we just wrote the right route as a replacement route. And if there exists any route, if there is no matching occurs here, you'll get a page like this, no route defined. Okay, and you can do some more improvements to this route, this class, by creating a file here that is called something called constants. Okay, and inside this constant, you can define some constants here, and that is actually you can define a class or something like inside this. You can define a class, okay, and that is route name. You can define any name here, my routes, okay, and my routes, and I'm going to have a constructor my routes, and I'm going to give create some static constant here, const that you can define some names here, and static const, that is a string. I'm going to have initial route equal to this thing, and you can define more constant here, and this should be register route slash register, and this should be login route, and this should be login. And now you can come to your route class, and instead of this thing you can utilize that class, that is my routes dot, and this class name is similar as your constant class, and I'm going to call this my route names, okay, and you can use that here, my route names dot, this is the initial route. Then you can use other names also here. The advantage of this thing is that this thing is like this: if you want to change any route name, you have to come here and change. You don't have to touch your route class. Okay, that's the advantage of writing like this. Then you can have initial route, and this should be your login route, and this should be your register route, and this is your register route. Okay, and let me reboot the app again. Okay, and if I click here, you will be redirected to the register page, and you can go back. And if I click here, and you can see no routes defined. Why no routes defined? Because go to your, now you can see that page, no routes defined, there is no match here, and it is because we just defined this login route slash login, and come to your this is actually home. Okay, and save this and reboot the app, login. Now you can see you got the page, and if you have any mistakes here, you won't get that matching case here, then you will be redirected to this page. And if I click here, you will get that value because that is matching. If I click here, there isn't any matching here, so you'll get this thing. Okay, and we hard coded this thing, and you can have an error page. You can create an error or exception page or error page, and you can return that here, that also here. You don't have to write this scaffold here. You can isolate this thing from here also. Okay, and I think you understand how can you manage your route using the route class. I think this is an efficient way to manage your route, because when your app is getting complex, route management is obviously a headache. So isolate every route to a separate class, and you can manage route efficiently by maintaining this class. I hope you understand, and if you like the video and if it is useful for you, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you find this useful, please share the video to your friends, those who are learning Flutter. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'll come with a new topic soon. Okay, see you, bye.